Welcome to the Greater Than Business podcast, where it's all about creating an amazingly successful business without sacrificing your quality of life, because life should be greater than business. And now, here is your host, Courtney Bedore.
This is episode 43 of the Greater Than Business podcast, and today we are going to be talking about how to promote your free content. So, obviously, right now, if you listened a couple episodes ago, I spoke about how I didn't believe that during this crisis that you should be promoting and using the crisis as a way to sell. So then I realized that I wasn't really explaining how you could promote your free content, because promotion is still promotion, regardless of what you're promoting. And even if it's something that you are trying to sell, it's always a little bit different when you're promoting something that you're trying to sell. But when you are trying to promote something free, usually your free content still leads to a sales point and in somewhere. Like if you have a freebie and then they opt into your list, then obviously once they opt into your list, you're going to be pitching to them in some way. But the way that you can effectively market and promote yourself during this crisis, or at any time really, is to always be promoting your free content to people that need that first step of help. So obviously there's going to be people out there in the world that are needing a quick fix. And that is something that your free content should be solving, is a quick fix. And then obviously most quick fixes lead to bigger fixes that need to be made. And that is where your paid content would come in. So that is how you could offer them into a course or something along those lines. But we are focusing today on your free content. So forget where they go after they opt in for something that you're offering for free. Right now, I just want to talk about how you can effectively promote yourself without feeling overly spammy or looking incredibly desperate, because that is what I'm seeing a lot of online right now. I've seen a lot of people that just aren't selling anything and aren't promoting anything and have basically shut down during this time. But I'm also seeing some people that are in utter panic mode. And when you're in panic mode and you are throwing out every single offer that you can possibly think of, and you are basically just throwing shit out there to see what sticks, is kind of what it feels like. And a lot of it is paid content that people are promoting. And I don't necessarily disagree with that, as long as you're not using it in a way where you are trying to profit off of the pandemic. Like pandemic sale, like that's just ugh. I don't even have words, so not going to go there. But I'm also seeing people throwing out content right now, and it's not relevant at all to what's going on. And what you need to be doing right now and promoting your free content is getting it out there in ways that will truly help people that are asking for it. So if you see someone on Facebook that is struggling with what to do, and you can basically solve their problem with a free item that you have, then you need to get that in front of them. And you need to do it in a way where it comes from a place of service. So you're not thinking about how you could possibly get a sale on the back end and all of that other stuff. Throw that ucky marketing shit out the window, because that is not what we're talking about. What I want you to do is actually serve people. The world has slowed down. Life has kind of halted a little bit. And right now, it is really a place to work from service. So help people. Put your services out there for free. Give away your content for free. Help people out. Make sure that they see it. Put it in front of relevant people. And make sure that everything that you're promoting right now is sensitive to the situation that the world is in. So if you run a travel blog, obviously right now you're kind of in a bad spot, but there's a way to creatively spin that and offer free content. So you could say like when the world opens back up again, when you're at the airport next, things like that. But if you're doing posts about like top 10 places to vacation before 2020 is over, then that's not really the best and most sincere way to promote yourself. And it kind of looks a little bit icky. It seems like you're out of touch. It makes it seem like you are not really realizing what's going on. And I get it that things are opening back up right now and everyone feels all happy, and that's great. But there's still a lot of unknown. And right now, if you're running a site like that and you don't know what to promote, look back at your old content and maybe share old posts, but share them from a place of, hey, remember when? Or like, I want to share with you my most favorite vacation, things like that, where you can kind of obviously share your older content or even share newer content, but make sure that your messaging is aligned with the place that everyone is in. Make sure that you are promoting your free content in a way that doesn't make you appear like tone deaf to the situation that a lot of people are in right now. And a lot of people are honestly suffering, and it's not a good thing for them to pop on to your business page on Facebook and see posts that just don't make any relevant sense to the place in the world that we are all living in. Now, with that being said, this is only a short-term strategy because obviously we're all going to get back to at least some semblance of normal here shortly. And when that happens, then these people will be obviously coming back to you because you helped them in a time when they needed help. You did it for free. And now that they're ready to dive deeper and they've gotten over whichever hurdle it is that they were facing, then now they're going to come to you because they're going to remember that you were the one that helped them. You were the one that helped them when everyone else is panicking and everyone else was trying to make a quick dollar off of them. And you were the one that actually gave them real, true value and real, true help. Even if it was an old post from before this, maybe you helped them get out of a crummy mood that they were in by remembering how great vacations can be. I'm still stuck on this travel blogger example, but things like that. And then obviously, maybe you could come up with ways to stay safe the next time you go to the airport, or brainstorm on new ways to travel, or new essentials that you're going to need for traveling when this basically all, I guess, stops, goes back to normal. I don't even know how to word this. I don't even know what's going to happen. So it's really hard to talk about. But it's something where if you can just kind of pivot in a way and still get your free content out there and have it be sensitive to the situation that everyone is in, that is the best way that you can promote your free content right now. And I highly recommend going back and looking at old free content that you have put out there and seeing if there's a way that you can share it so that it's relevant to people right now in this space. And if it's not, then don't promote it. Make sure that you're not promoting things that don't make sense right now. And make sure that you're still out there, you're still promoting, you're still answering questions, communicating with your tribe, doing everything that you need to be doing and that you should be doing as if there wasn't a crisis going on in the world, but also just to kind of keep it relevant, keep it helpful. Share what you're doing right now. Create posts around that. Maybe if you're stuck on this travel blogger thing again, but maybe if you're a travel blogger and you obviously can't travel anywhere, maybe kind of make it fun and say like places I'm traveling in my house, or ways that we are I don't know how to really put it out there. I'm not a traveler, but things that you could just have fun with. Make a post about camping in your living room, or camping in your own backyard, or exploring, becoming a tourist in your own backyard, essentially. Think about all of the things that you want to visit after this is done. Write a post about that. Just keep developing and pivoting and making valuable free content, and then promote it. But what I don't want you to do is promote content, free or not, that is not relevant to people right now. So that is basically all I kind of wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to kind of follow up. I was getting a lot of questions after the sales and promotions episode, which I will link to in the show notes for you. But after I recorded that episode, a lot of people started saying, okay, so you recommend sharing free content, but how? How can I promote that? What free content should I promote? Should I be developing new free content? Yes, obviously. And as I always preach, make your free content as evergreen and relevant that you can share it at any point. However, right now, I'm going to say make relevant and easy to share evergreen content, but make sure that it is sensitive to the situation. You don't even necessarily need to mention it. Like, this episode obviously isn't going to age very well once this pandemic is done, because I'm very focused on that. But this is content that people need right now. This is how I can be of service to you. This is how I can kind of get up on my little soapbox and explain what I'm seeing and the things that I don't like about it and the things that I do like about it. And I'm also giving you tangible advice to do better if you are struggling on what to post, what to write about, what to record videos on, what to say on your podcast, things like that. Even what freebies you can be developing right now. Everything can still be relevant after this is done, but it's something where you have to own the situation that we're all in. And I believe that with this episode, I'm owning it. I love creating content that is evergreen. I can repurpose it at any point, and it's still good and helpful to people. And it's not something that expires right away. Like in 6 months, any of my episodes that I've recorded are going to still be relevant. This one, if you ignore all of the references to pandemic, it can still be used in a state of crisis. So if you were to have an earthquake or something like that, another natural disaster that you can't be prepared for, and it can completely devastate people, but you can't necessarily shut down your whole entire business during a crisis. And that is why I hope that you can take messages from this episode and kind of switch them and pivot them to whatever situation you are encountering, because the message is the same. If you're going to be promoting during a crisis, make sure that you are doing it from a place of service, free or paid content, and make sure that you are being sensitive to people in the situation. Make sure that you are giving them value, giving them tangible things that they can do, that they can take back and actually put into their own business or their own life, whatever it is that you are out there doing to make the world a better place. So that's all I really wanted to say on this today. I just kind of wanted to do a quick 2.0 episode and let you guys know that promoting your free content is still good. Still do it, but make sure that the content that you are promoting is relevant, and make sure, and this should be a message that you carry on always, that the content you're promoting should always be relevant, but specifically in a time of crisis like we are in right now, make sure that it's relevant to everyone that is in that situation, and make sure that it is always more helpful than than they may need. Like, make sure that it's always helpful and you always are working and serving people, because you need to help your tribe. That is how they will love you. That is how they will follow you. That is why they want to be in your tribe. And don't ever forget that when you're creating, whether it be paid or free content, but always remember that you need to be helping your people. So with that, I am going to end this episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And once again, if you do have any feedback or questions, you guys all know my email by now. It's flow@flowautomationinc.com. Shoot me an email there and I am happy to chat.
Thanks for listening to the Greater Than Business podcast at www.greaterthanbusiness.com.